What does re-signing Aaron Gordon mean for the Denver Nuggets? Let's get into this. Quickly before we get the video started, if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more NBA content just like this one, hit that subscribe button and that post notification bell. Anyways, back to the video. Aaron Gordon was drafted number 4 overall in the 2014 NBA draft to the Orlando Magic. Coming out of college, Aaron Gordon was seen as one of the most versatile players coming out of college. On the defensive side of the ball, he was seen as probably the best defender coming out of the NBA draft, and actually playing in the NBA, he was seen as a guy who could probably defend the opposing team's best player each and every night. He was just seen as that great of a defender. And on the offensive side of the ball, he was definitely a lot more raw than he was on the defensive side of the ball, but he was extremely athletic and people were excited to see what he can potentially do once he got to the NBA. So the fact the Orlando Magic picked Aaron Gordon with the number 4 overall pick definitely wasn't a reach, and honestly he could have went even higher. Aaron had an up and down career with the Orlando Magic. Starting off in his rookie season, he only averaged 5.2 points per game, but he was seen as an amazing defender and a guy on the offensive side of the ball that will develop over time. So people weren't necessarily scared about that, and all those people were definitely proven right, because Aaron Gordon proved his ability to work hard during the offseason, and each and every season after his rookie year until the 2017 NBA season, he improved each and every season until that 2017 NBA season where he brought his points all the way up to 17.6 points per game on 44% shooting from the field, 8 rebounds per game, and 2.3 assists per game. And at that point, he was definitely seen as one of the better young and up-and-coming players in the NBA. But let's take Aaron's game point by point to really demonstrate how much better Aaron's got in the NBA during that 2017 NBA season. So starting with Aaron Gordon's finishing ability, this is definitely his best ability on the offensive side of the ball. Aaron, obviously, as I mentioned, is an extremely athletic player and one of the most athletic players we do have in the NBA. So when he really gets downhill, he could definitely get some crazy posterizing dunks, and we've seen that throughout his career. But besides just that, Aaron definitely improved his finishing ability in terms of his crafty layups around the basket and really using his athleticism to hang in the air and outlast the defender and put up some layups that way as well to really improve his efficiency numbers once he got to the basket. So currently at this point, he's a lot better now at finishing than he was obviously in his rookie season when he completely only relied on his dunking ability. Aaron also has somewhat of a floater within his game, which is kind of unique for a player of his size, and also definitely helps with his efficiency numbers as well. But talking about Aaron's mid-range shooting ability now, this is definitely something that he's improved significantly ever since he's gotten into the NBA. Currently, Aaron could definitely hit catch and shoot mid-range jump shots, pull up mid-range jump shots, post turnaround fadeaways. He has pretty good footwork, uses his athleticism, and also his jump shot form is actually pretty high above his head, which kind of helps him out on both that post turnaround fadeaway to really make that shot impossible to block and really get a good contest on. But also on those mid-range pull-ups, he uses his crazy athleticism to jump higher than the opposing player, but also his jump shot is naturally just very high, so it just makes it so difficult to get a block or a contest on that kind of shot as well, which just makes that shot that much more effective. And overall, Aaron's mid-range shooting ability is actually pretty money at this point in his career. But now talking about Aaron's three-point shooting ability, this is also something he's been working on tremendously ever since he's gotten into the NBA. And currently at this point, Aaron is still not a good three-point shooter, but he's a decent three-point shooter at this point. He could definitely catch and shoot from that three-point range. He doesn't necessarily have those side steps and step backs, but he does have a pretty good handle, so he can cross over into a three-point shot from time to time. Although he's not that effective at it, he can do it and he has been working on it. But mostly what you're going to see with Aaron Gordon from that three-point range is just him spotting up and getting a catch and shoot three-point jump shot. But it's good to see that he has been working on it and he has been improving each and every season, so maybe he'll improve even more going forward. But now talking about one point of Aaron's game that's actually pretty underrated, which is his passing and playmaking ability. Of course, Aaron's not going to be your primary ball handler all the time and always be your main point guard on your team, but as a secondary ball handler, he's actually very good and has a great basketball IQ and great feel of the game to actually know when the players are actually cutting to the basket, or know if he's getting doubled or triple teamed to always find that guy in the corner for a wide open three, or maybe at the wing or wherever. He's typically going to find a wide open guy on the court more often than not. It's a little unique at his size, but Aaron is also able to be the primary ball handler in the pick and roll situation as well, and really do a great job with that. He's either going to find the rolling guy rolling to the basket, find his own shot if he's open, or find another guy on the wing or wherever. I think his passing and playmaking ability is definitely a part of his game that's pretty underrated in my opinion. But now let's talk about the main reason why Aaron Gordon was drafted number 4 overall in the NBA draft, which is his defensive ability. When you just look at Aaron Gordon, you can tell he was built to be a great NBA defender. He's of course a very strong guy, you can clearly tell, so that helps him out by bumping the offensive player off the spots that they want to get to. He's clearly extremely athletic, with like we've seen with those crazy posterizing dunks, so that helps him just in general general, but also coming off the weak side to get some crazy weak side blocks. He has pretty decently long arms as well, which helps him in terms of those poke steals, or maybe just poking the ball out of the offensive player's hand and picking some players' pockets like that. He has all the physical skills you would ever want to be a great NBA defender in this league, and he uses all those skills very effectively in cooperation with his great basketball IQ on the defensive side of the ball as well. And all those things combined together is really the main reason why Aaron Gordon's such a great defensive player. He's always going to guard the opposing team's best player, and Aaron Gordon definitely does an amazing job at that as well. Overall, he's just a great defender. But with the Magic kind of going in a different direction, and after spending a ton of years with Aaron Gordon, the Magic ended up deciding to trade Aaron Gordon to the Denver Nuggets during the 2020 NBA season. Now, obviously, the Denver Nuggets are a way better situation for a guy like Aaron Gordon than the Magic were. They have great players on their team, starting with, of course, Nikola Jokic. They have Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. They just have some great players on their team that are just going to help out Aaron Gordon a lot more than the players in Orlando would. But ever since Aaron Gordon actually got to the Denver Nuggets, he's been playing very, very well. When you just look at the numbers and you see he's only putting up 10.5 points per game on 5 rebounds per game and 2 assists per game, you might say, oh, maybe Aaron Gordon is not gelling well, or maybe he's just not the same player as he was in the past, and he's just not playing well overall. But that's definitely not the case. Besides the numbers, when you actually watch Aaron Gordon on the court with these guys, he's playing great. Of course, he provides amazing defense on that side of the court, and he's always going to defend the opposing team's best player. But just on the offensive side of the ball, he's actually been a very good spot-up three-point shooter for them. Now, Aaron Gordon is obviously going to get a lot more wide-open three-point shots than he did in Orlando, because he's not the main player. When you look at the guys they have, of course, Jokic is the main guy, followed by Jamal Murray, then followed by Michael Porter Jr., and then it's going to be Aaron Gordon as the fourth option. So the defense isn't really going to be focused on Aaron Gordon, and he can easily spot up from that corner or from that wing, and Jokic is always going to find him for that wide-open three-point shot. So actually, in terms of his three-point efficiency numbers, they've went up pretty significantly ever since he's gotten to the Nuggets, just based off that fact alone. But also, Aaron is actually using his athleticism a lot better in Denver than he has been in Orlando. Him and Jokic specifically have been forming a very good connection together, where Jokic kind of would stand at the top of the key, and then Aaron would just quickly make a cut all the way to the basket. Jokic finds him quickly, Aaron gets a wide open dunk. Or maybe in the pick and roll or reverse pick and roll, where Jokic is the main guy and Aaron Gordon's setting the pick, and he's rolling to the basket, and then Jokic finds him for a wide open dunk as well, or Jokic finds him in the corner for a wide open three. Specifically, Jokic and Aaron have been forming a very good connection going forward, and that's definitely something very exciting to see for the Nuggets. And the Nuggets rewarded Aaron Gordon with a pretty big 4-year, $92 million contract extension with them, so Aaron's going to be with the Nuggets for at least the next 4 seasons. But what does this actually mean for the Denver Nuggets going forward? In terms of the fit, I think Aaron fits in very well with this Nuggets team, specifically with a guy like Nikola Jokic that I mentioned before. They have a great chemistry going together, but also I think he helps out a guy like Jamal Murray. When you talk about Jamal Murray, he's one of the best young and up-and-coming players we have in the NBA, but the issue with Jamal Murray is he struggles with his consistency. One game he would be absolutely amazing, and the next game he would be absolutely terrible. But a guy like Aaron Gordon, in my opinion, takes some pressure off a guy like Jamal Murray and really lets him play within his game and just be a lot more consistent going forward, hopefully. But besides just the main two guys, also of course he takes pressure off any other player on the team, specifically a guy like Michael Porter Jr. And also he also helps his Denver Nuggets team as just another guy that's a great defender on the team. He's always going to defend the opposing team's best player, as I mentioned before in the video, so that helps any team, but specifically this Denver Nuggets team that sometimes struggles with their defense. It definitely helps to bring in a guy like Aaron Gordon to your organization. And overall, in terms of the fit, I think Aaron is actually an amazing fit with this roster. Of course, there's still some things you would like to see Aaron improve on in terms of being a better fit with this Nuggets team, in terms of his shooting ability, maybe getting that percentage up a little bit. But overall, I think Aaron's a very good fit with this Nuggets team, and I'm definitely excited to see what they do going forward. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys think Aaron Gordon fits well with this Denver Nuggets team, or do you not think so? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe and hit that post notification bell. It really helps me out a lot. Until the next time, peace out, guys.